This video is another declutter, sort and use what I have. Now this one's a bit all over the place because what I want to move and reuse something and reorganise has got to start way back to move things from one place to another and something else to another place before I can do what I want to do. Let's backtrack a little bit. This area you would have seen that I had as stationery items mostly, and some jewellery in this side. So I have jewellery here, I have jewellery here, and this drawer is all odds and ends such as things I would carry in my handbag but not all year. So seasonal, like sunglasses, my spare glasses, things like that, tissue, spare tissue boxes, things that when I go out I would see if I needed anything in my handbag from there. So this is what I call personal things, like my jewellery and stuff like that. The top drawer, this is one drawer I want to redo. This is partial makeup. You saw one time I organised all my lipsticks into this box. So they all stand up. I can see what colour they all are. And that makes sense there. But it ended up also being a drop zone for tissues, cotton wool, brushes, makeup brushes. And I want to redo this section. And then this is a drawer that's going to go, because this is odds and ends of stationery type items. So it's spare highlighters, there's my magnetic letters, there's crayons, chalks, things I don't really use, as in the crayons and chalks and things like that. Letters in Greek that I spell with very rarely, but sometimes I use those in videos where I'm doing my Greek language. So I don't really want them there. This is a waste of a drawer that's easy to get to. And the bottom drawer is all spare stationery items such as folders, plastic files and new exercise books. So I'm thinking now, these last two drawers, I don't want this to be any stationery in any form anymore. I want it all to be my personal jewellery, makeup, that kind of thing. So these two stationery items to go in this, as you know, in this room is my craft cupboard now. And since my husband made all these shelves for these drawers that were on a pull-out system, but that all broke because it was a flimsy, cheap, brittle plastic, I think I've got room in the bottom one, the bottom drawer. Now I can see them and get to them. The bottom drawer is spare staplers, staples and things like that that I don't again really use. So I think things like the chalk and crayons, again things I want to keep but I don't use, I think can go in there. And as I say, this is all craft stuff in this side. And then this side, this is all writing envelopes and writing paper, notelets. This is my cross stitch stuff. This is all to do ones that I won from an auction, and these are books of cross stitch. So that's all cross stitch there. This will need a tidy. This is spare paper. Now this is where I think all those items in that drawer can go once I've tidied this area up to go with the spare paper. That can be the spare plastic files and the new notebooks that can go there. And the other ones are insignificant for what I'm doing today. That will be another video. So that is step one to get to what I want to actually sort and reuse today. So I'm going to do that now and I'll come back to you after that. So that's those two drawers empty. And as I say, this top drawer I'm going to sort out. So what is it I want these drawers for? Well, let me show you that. We're now in my bedroom and I have these 3 drawers here and Mike has those 3 drawers there. And in here, this is my bits and pieces that I use every day, more or less. We have cotton buds, earbuds or Q-tips, whatever you call them where you're from. I have my deodorant, I have my hair gel, I have tweezers and nail type stuff, clippers. They're what I use every day. So those I want in my other room where I've just emptied out those drawers, because these I have to come all the way around the bed, get them all the way back. So I'm going to put what I use every day with my jewellery drawers, because that makes sense. When I'm getting ready, these are the things I use every day. The rest of the stuff in here needs sorting out, and if I want it, it will go back in here. So at least half this drawer will be empty, because the other drawers here, this drawer is, oh, this is for the dogs. This is cotton wool, but this is for cleaning my dog's ears. That's all this cotton wool's for. I have my makeup cotton wool, my personal cotton wool, in the other room. So that would probably stay in here. Then these are all perfumes and extras. Now, a long time ago, I used to get monthly, I was given free mousse, hair mousse and things like that. That's why there's so many of those. Now, I will probably take 1 or 2 perfumes in the other room, and as I say, the rest are spares or extra, so they will stay in here. This will all be my things I don't use every single day, or extras, and probably will keep the dog cotton wool in here, because I don't want that mixed up with mine. And then the bottom drawer, again, is things I don't use every day. There's a hot water bottle. We have hair curlers, hair straighteners, hair dryer, what I call gadgets. So that will stay on. Hair clippers, Mike's hair clippers. That will stay as is, that bottom drawer, because that works nicely and I know where everything of that is. So the top drawer, as I say, needs sorting of the secondary stuff, the main stuff taken out. This will go. This stuff will be sorted out, the back stuff, what it is. I think it's swimming, earplugs. This might be foot stuff. Now we also have these 3 drawers. Mike has the bottom drawer and I have the top 2. The middle one is all my old dancing leotards and things like that. And as you can see, they're a bit of a jumble because I don't use them anymore. The important thing to note here is there's a whole ton of leg warmers. There is possibly some dancing tights in here, which is, yes, old dancing tights. This is coming into play in a minute. They're mixed in with the leg warmers. And as I say, ballet skirts, leotards, keep fit wear, not tracksuits and things I can still wear, but only dance wear, things you couldn't wear other than for dancing. So as I say, mostly leotards, ballet skirts and that kind of thing. So I want to just leave them in here again. This is, I've got to walk all around the bed to get to these things. So they will stay here. I do use them occasionally for dance videos on my dance channel. So I'm not going to get rid of them. But the tights and the leg warmers, I'm going to move to the top drawer. But currently in the top drawer, I have again hair stuff, as in hair ties, brushes, bobbles, clips, all that kind of thing. And I want these in the other room in one of those 2 drawers I showed you. We have makeup wipes. See, it makes sense for it all to go with the makeup. This is all stuff for foot care. You've got your scourer, I like to call it. foot massage things, foot lotion, a foot roller, anything and everything for that. That will probably stay in here and go in that top drawer, the small drawer here. This one in here is also foot stuff. It's foot therapy stuff. So you've got toe spacers, a special, these go in the end of shoes. These were actually for dance in point shoes, but you can use them normal shoes. They're like gel pads for the toes. There's heel ones, all these kind of things. A roller for the foot, and things I have to use for my foot physio. So they're in there. That again will probably go in that small drawer that I've just shown you. And as I say, lots of clips and things I need sorting out, some hair bands. These things will all go in next door in the beige wooden drawers. But I've got to sort all this out. Now, my talk about reuse what you've already got. When I sort out all these hair bits, I'm considering doing this. So also in this top drawer, I'm maybe going to bring up those leg warmers and dance tights. So this will be empty. It will be leg warmers and dancing tights, plus wardrobe. There are some of these basket things, and this one is tights. Now I very rarely wear tights, so I thought they could go in that big white drawer with the dancing tights and the leg warmers. And as you can see, I don't know how well you can see because there's a lot of black in here, it is jam-packed stuffed. And then this big one will be empty, so that this little one, which is full of socks, because I love to buy these big thick woolly socks, but there's too many, these can all then be moved into what will then be this empty one that is only full of tights. So this one that is jam-packed full of tights will then be socks. So back to the hair department at the moment. So my talk about what I reuse, what can I reuse, something I've already got. Well, as you can see, these will need packaging better, and I thought I would try and use these. This is my box of bags. I do actually have this one. I got this free, promoting dance wear that I sold. And it's like a vanity bag, so I could use that, but I've got nowhere to keep it. I don't know, I might use it for makeup, I might not. It's got a little mirror in the top. I'm supposed to really take this to dance competitions and exams and performances with all your makeup and stuff in. As you can see, I've never used it. It's got a carry strap. Maybe I'll use that for makeup. But as I say, I've got nowhere to really keep it if I do. So we'll see, it's an option. But my thought of reuse, these are my small handbags. Now I use this sort of size for if I'm just going out for dinner or something like that with friends. But I've got lots of small ones that I really like. But these days I have to carry so much stuff around with me that I don't use these smaller ones. These were when I used to go clubbing and things like that, and you used to just want to put a phone in, some money and your keys, that kind of thing. You didn't want loads of stuff. Well, these days I have to carry glasses case as well and things like that. They just don't fit. As I say, if you're just going out for dinner, it's not so bad. But some of them are quite small, so I was wondering if I could actually reutilise some of these, such as this one would be good maybe for the hair bands. And it's got compartments. I love bags with different compartments. That would be, I think, quite good for hair ties and that kind of thing. The small elastic type hair bands. Maybe I could take the strap off if I wanted. I won't get rid of the strap because if I wanted to use it as a bag, I do have it. So there's that. I'm just looking for the smaller ones. This one, I really like this one. Again, it's got a shoulder strap with it, but it's too narrow to put my glasses case in, which I have to take with me. So again, there's a possibility maybe this one could use for makeup wipes and things like that. I don't know. This is what I'm going to do now. Just sort out. What I like to do when I'm doing this sort of thing is lay out potential things and then get out, like I'm sorting out all the hair stuff, the hair bands and hair ties, lay those all out in a pile, in different piles on the bed, and then work out what goes best with what. Again, this is one, this is a little bigger, but again, dead narrow. So it's what I could use that for. Again, it's got a shoulder strap. I like them. Now, I have found somewhere, it's quite a long way from where I live, but you can take clothes and bags and resell them. I don't know what sort of price you get, because it does seem silly these just sitting here if they could be money for things I want, but I do like it. I like the way this one does up, but it's so narrow. As I say, clubbing days was perfect. This one I think I still use, I don't know, I might still use that one for going out because it's wide inside. It's wide inside. If they're wide, my glasses case fits in them, so I'll probably keep that one as a going out one. That one I still use a lot. This one, this actually might be a good organiser bag. I could use it going out. I don't know, that's a potential. This one I use going out. Again, this is wide inside, and as you can see, it's quite jazzy, so I'll probably keep that as a going out. This one I do keep as a going out because it's long and it's quite a good one for walking if you've got things you want to carry around when you're walking. Obviously a bum bag or fanny pouch or whatever you call this type of bag where you live, but this wasn't wide enough for my glasses case, I don't think, but I'll keep that. This one's good for if you do gardening. These sort of things are great to just put some tie-ups in and your tissue or whatever, so I'll keep that one as is. And then these are all bigger ones. These are in my small bag section. This again is one you wear like a backpack, but it's small, so I'll keep that one. This one I use a lot. Shoe Queen, that was me. So that one I use. These are getting a bit bigger now, so I'll keep these. That one I use a lot. This one's another backpack type small bag, so I'll keep that one. See, already I've narrowed down a lot of bags. That one's okay. Again, you can get a few bits in there, so that one's quite nice. And I think these all keeps now. That one's quite big, as you can see. This one is good if you're wearing cream, if you're wearing, or beige, because there's nothing worse than having a white bag when you're not wearing white. So I've got that one for that, so I'll keep that. That's quite a deep one. This one I use a lot. I call it my bowling bag. And this one, this is the biggest one in this area. This is really deep, really big, so I'll keep that one. So already I've narrowed it down. I'll put these in nicely, as you see. I'll just keep them in a crate, and these are my small bag. So I've narrowed it down. I'm going to go and try these. I won't show you the whole sorting out process. I'll just show you as I get sections done, and then you can see what I've decided to do. But as I say, I'm going to take these, probably lay them out on the bed. These are ones that are potential, then get everything out I want to keep, put them in piles of the same sort of things, and then see what works. So I'll come back to you when I've done that. So this is another big bag, so I'll keep this one as well. So that's all my material hairbands. and they actually go quite well in this box. It's a hard box and they go in there, so possibly I will store those in there. And then these are what I call well, they're called Alice bands, these type of hair bands, and they go in this box. It was an old box I had and I've covered it with a nice picture, a card, just tape that on, and they go well in there because that protects them because they're only plastic. So maybe they will stay like that. So I've got lots of these makeup wipes. That one's a dispenser which I've got some in, so obviously I'm going to take one packet or just this box, take those and then put the rest in the spare drawer. As I've been going through my drawer, I've kept all the foot stuff separate. I can't believe how much stuff I have to have for my foot. So all of this is different stuff I have to use for my, after having my broken foot. All of this. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. I'll have to figure out another idea for that. Maybe that should all go in. Maybe that vanity bag. I don't know, but that will be another thought after that. The rest of the hair stuff. So I've got an old brush that's fallen apart, and there I've got this. You might think, why do you keep that done? I only use one prong to divide my hair when I'm plaiting my hair. So waste not, want not. And this is a fold-up brush, which is great. Obviously, if you travelled or something, it's a great brush. So keeping that. And then this is all the rest of the hair stuff. As you see, it was just in an old shoebox. I'm a great person for wanting to see everything. So I've just piled it all in here, but as you can see, that is probably what it was like. So I could see what I had, but obviously I don't need boxes when I have the bags I can use. So these, I've got some of these crocodile clips. Those, what was in this? This is an old video case. Oh, this is for buns. These are bun nets. Different, I like that one, that's pretty. Bun nets, this must be all stuff for doing buns, yes. These are all the grips that you use for making a proper show bun. These must be more nets, yes. These are hair nets for making buns. Maybe that then should actually go in that drawer of tights. Or no, not in tights, in with the dance leotards. I'm going to put this in the middle drawer with all the dance leotards, because I wouldn't use these unless I was doing a performance. Not sure I really need these anymore, but you never know. That is sadly the sort of thing of I suddenly need it for some reason. I remember moving them, but I don't remember where I moved them to. Hence videoing is great for me to find where I put things. These I think are all scrunchies. That's a pretty one. So they're in this sort of bag. So we've got, I like that, it's pretty. I probably only bought it because it was pretty. Got a blue one. I just use these sometimes when I've just washed my hair and I just bun it up and just put these around wet hair. So they're not what I call nice ones anymore. That one is. Same with that one. Tinsel one, obviously I had at Christmas at some point. This one, see again, I probably bought this because it was pretty. This is me. I'm not a pink girl, but I'm a lots of multicolour type girl. UV and things like that. I'm not a tinsely girl, but these are obviously Christmas at some point. And look, and this is pretty. It's a beaded one. Beaded one. It's quite pretty. So I'll shake that out and clear that out. These are hair ties that are what I call old rubbishy ones. So again, Mike was using these for his glasses case broke, as in the hinges always give up, and he was using some of these just to shut his glasses case. So I might actually throw a lot of those ones away. I will go through that because they're not ones I would really use. And these ones, I need to sort these. I remember I bought these. They don't actually stretch until they're really old, and then they stretch but don't come back together again, like no elastic. So these ones I've obviously used, they can probably go. And these ones are brand new, but they didn't, as I say, they don't expand very much. So I need to go through all those, see if anything's any good of those. If not, that will be a good sort out of those. And then what I buy normally is this type. This is the one that works best. I've got a few of those. I did find another one in the bottom of the drawer. Anything I found I've just put in the lid. So that's another one of those. That can wait for clips. These are newer ones. And this was a jewellery case. These I know are all my newer ones. I kept them in there. So yeah, these are the ones I'm using at the moment. I'm not really keen on light colours, like the pinks and the creams. Maybe the creams I'd wear, not the pinks. The maroon, I've actually got maroon shorts, so I wear those then. There's some navy there, but mostly black. That's the type I like. But you do have to check. Some of them don't expand very much, these smally ones. And I did find one time in a shop, I nearly picked them up. There were loads that looked like this. These are maybe them. And they actually said children's, you know, like little tots when you tie top knots. And they didn't expand at all. They were like, So be careful when you buy those. So I need to find better storage for those, I think. They're the keeper ones. Another clippy thing that's really old, but they're handy when you're doing things. So I'll keep that one. What have we got in here? Elastics. Now I guarantee they won't be any good anymore. Elastics last 5 minutes here. If you want elastic bands, buy it when you want it, and it will last a few days, a week if you're lucky, and then it will go crisp. So that's probably rubbish in my rubbish pile. These are just, again, all older ones, so these need going through. Yeah, these I just got to, these I made. This was during COVID. You couldn't go out, and I ran out of hair ties. So I was cutting up some old, I think, dance tights, where this is lycra and normally you get sort of a thin patch. So I was cutting down the leg, making lots of hair ties. So they're my COVID hair ties. Look, I made lots of them. These are great if you're just doing a quick bun or something like that. That's my COVID hair ties. On the bottom, got some boxes. Hair clips. When I'm growing out my fringe, I love a hair clip. Took me years to find this sort again. They were always silver. There are some silver ones. They're just snappy. They slide on. They hold quite a lot of hair. Just slide it on and snap it down. And I had these in the 70s, exactly like this, but you could only get silver then. And I found some. These are quite nice. So yeah, they'll probably stay in that box. That goes quite well, and you can have a rummage through in the box. So that's good. What's in here? Random small clips. Didn't even know I had those, you see. You need to sort out now and then. And they are quite new. Okay. This must be all grippy clippy things then. This is where it came from. We've got a little one there. A slide. That looks worse for wear. That probably go. Another one. Yeah, they look a bit manky. A little plastic bag of tiny, tiny ones. So these are all more slides. A velvety one. Let's sort out what I want to keep of these. This, I think, came with my hair straightener. I'm not one of these people who spends a fortune on all these makeup cleansers, moisturisers. You know, people sit and do a whole video putting on their makeup. Well, I don't waste money like that. So that's when they use those sort of clips. They clip their hair back and do it. And I really dislike watching people doing that, particularly 9 times out of 10. They're just doing it how they've been shown to do it on another YouTube channel. And they're not actually doing it right, particularly those who put all these dots all over their faces. That's not the way to apply makeup. I'm a professional makeup artist as part of my training at stage school. You don't do that. But just because it's a trend to do it, everyone thinks you do it. And you certainly don't use makeup at such a young age that they are all using it. Anyway, that's by the by. This is you do like a ponytail, but you don't put a tie on it. You slide that up and clip it together. Might get rid of that because my hair's too thick. The slide. Yeah, this is all slides. I think a lot of these can possibly go. Oh, let's see my pictures. Oh, another hair tie. There we go. We needed that. A bit short on those. Another slide. Oh, this is a funky thing for doing a bun. Again, my hair's too thick for it. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on that one day. But if you haven't got very thick hair, this is an awesome way to do a bun. Awesome. You're probably like, how do you do a bun with that? Maybe I'll do a tutorial one day on my dance channel. And another slide. Ah, this is how you do the bun. Magic bun. As you see, you can't see that thing. So you can use it for dance exams and everything. No pins, no bands, no fuss. Yes, I'll do that one day. So that's empty. That might be useful. Then we have old cassette tape holders. And I was putting different types of slides in each one. So we have different type of slide there. These aren't any good. They're tiny, tiny weeny. They're more for decoration on your hair as a slide, but it doesn't hold any hair. Ah, more of these sort of Kirby grips. I think in America you call them Kirby grips. I had some more of those somewhere. Put those with those. Oh, look. Oh, this is it. I couldn't get any of the hairbands. These type I really like. All they had at the time was these ones. As you can see, I haven't used any of those yet. So I don't need any new hair ties. Unless these are the ones that don't stretch very well. Yes, they do. They do. Okay, so we don't need hair ties. And then in the lid we have more old scrunchies. As I say, I just washed my hair and bun it up. Oh, we have 2 more combs. So I could get rid of that other one and use properly the end of this. I might do that. And then this bag that I made out of an old swimsuit, 2 old swimsuits, a pink one and a yellow one. And I made this little bag. And this I made originally to take to the beach. You know, when you don't want things wet or sandy. I made a little beach carry bag. And I'll get out and show you what's in here. More hair clips I found in the bottom of the box. And randomly, a needle. In the bag was, I would call these all ties, like headscarf ties or ties. Just long bits of fabric. This one's wired. And you can actually use this to curl all your hair at once. I've never done that, but that's like wired. And just bits of material that I used as like head scarves or head ties rather than a full scarf, like a tie headband, but it's not a full circle. So any material I had that I liked, tie. This is a bit random, and a tie, so I don't need all that. So I'm going to finish sorting out all this, work out if I'm going to put any of it in those bags or not. That's the box empty. I'm not going to use that again for that, but you never know with me. Waste not, want not. I'm sure I will find another use for that.